When did you get banned from the all-you-can-eat buffet?
Get in line, grab a plate, and pile it high. Then repeat. Let's get stuffed with 10 more of the best buffet restaurants in America. Pizza Ranch.
There's a slice left if you want it. Sausage and pepperoni.
If you're ever having a problem trying to decide what to have for dinner, the minute someone suggests pizza, it's problem solved. Pizza is the great equalizer, as you'd be hard-pressed to find someone out there who would turn down a hot, cheesy slice. So what do you get when you combine pizza with an all-you-can-eat format? You get an absolute win. This idea was so great that the good folks over at Pizza Ranch decided to gift the pizza-loving world the gift that keeps on giving. Literally, Pizza Ranch has everything you can imagine when it comes to a pizza buffet, such as mountains of breadsticks and pasta. But don't be disappointed if you showed up with an appetite for something other than Italian food, because there are plenty of alternatives, like an endless supply of fried chicken and salad. Of course, the buffet chain also offers a wide variety of mouth-watering desserts, which have been described by customers as out of this world. Another Pizza Ranch novelty is their takeout option. Yes, if you're really not interested in dining in the chain's various locations, you can take your food home instead. Reasonable prices and flexibility make Pizza Ranch a must-stop for all buffet lovers.
Take your pick.
Shoney's.
Maybe you want to pace yourself and take it easy.
Aside from the obvious, which is eating until that belt of yours has to be taken off, what's the best part about a buffet? Most would agree that it would have to be the food variety. Entering a buffet and feasting your eyes on cuisine from different parts of the world is amazing. However, not all buffets are created equal. Shoney's, however, has made it its mission to provide diners with a plethora of food options. The buffet offers standard meals, but they also offer a fresh food bar, designed by a team of culinary experts, providing a huge range of mouth-watering meals that you can choose from.
And we can sit here and be a family at Shoney's.
What's a fresh food bar exactly? Well, Shoney's Fresh Food Bar provides different meals throughout the day, starting with breakfast and progressing to other meals as the day goes on. The bar also features guest favorites created from original recipes by Shoney's team of creative foodie aficionados, such as freshly prepared entrees, seafood, sides, salads, fresh fruits, vegetables, soups, and their legendary breakfast bar. Last but certainly not least, Shoney's also offers bottomless beverages. You'll be able to quench that thirst or tantalize those taste buds with an assortment of drinks such as milkshakes, freshly brewed iced tea, hot tea, and Shoney's fresh roast coffee. So don't forget to come both hungry and thirsty. Captain George's.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
Who doesn't love seafood? Crab legs and lobster tails and shrimp? Oh my! The delicious morsels from under the sea are a finger-licking reminder that the briny deep yields some tasty treats. With that in mind, what's better than an abundance of seafood? Nothing. So if you happen to find yourself on the East Coast, you may want to make it your mission to pop into Captain George. As soon as you step foot inside the buffet restaurant, your eyes will be treated to a full nautical theme, which is, of course, appropriate. After the feast for the eyes, your nose will be treated to the smell of fresh seafood. From snow crab legs, steamed clams, shrimp, mussels, crawfish, deviled crab, and stuffed clams, the sheer selection will send you to seafood heaven. While Captain George focuses primarily on seafood, they're more than stocked with landlubber favorites such as smoked beef brisket, sirloin steak, soup, salad, rice, mac and cheese, to name a few. In total, there are 4 Captain George locations in various tourist destinations along the East Coast in Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. With seafood for days and spacious dining rooms, setting sail for Captain George's will have you shouting,
Ahoy! Ahoy!
And that's the last of the nautical puns. Anchors away.
My meal ticket. Well, I can't pay for my own shrimp.
I got the shrimp.
New to BabbleTop? Then how about hitting that subscribe button? It's easier than standing in the buffet line. Thanks. Sirloin Stockade.
New York cut steak, 12 peas, bottle of milk with a cap on.
There's something almost magical about a good steak. A backyard barbecue wouldn't be the same without the distinct aroma of a thick and juicy steak grilled to perfection. So what's better than a good steak? How about an overabundance of steak? If you're looking for a buffet that focuses heavily on steak, then Sirloin Stockade is your buffet destination. After all, it's in the name. Beef lovers will be more than pleased with the large assortment of steak, ribs, and beef brisket. But Sirloin Stockade doesn't stop at just steak.
God, I'm very nervous, but also very excited.
There are plenty of items that aren't beef, such as pulled pork and other tasty table toppers to go around. However, Sirloin Stockade's sides are where the buffet really stands out. The rice pilaf, sweet potato casserole, and twice-baked potatoes may be all you decide to fill your plate with, as the buffet's sides are that delicious. Oh, and you can join Sirloin Stockade's E-Club for great deals if you needed another reason to visit the buffet. Unfortunately, the eatery has fallen on hard times, forcing many of its locations to close down. However, the locations that do remain open continue to serve up copious amounts of delicious food daily. Shady Maple Smorgasbord.
Best $1.49 buffet in town.
Sometimes even a buffet can get a bit boring, as unbelievable as that may sound. Granted, there's nothing wrong with mountains of chicken wings and slices of roast beef, but there's something to be said about a switch to the exotic to excite the taste buds. That's where the good folks over at Shady Maple Smorgasbord come in. Shady Maple offers a specialty form of cuisine known as Pennsylvania Dutch. What's Pennsylvania Dutch food? Simply put, hearty, good old-fashioned comfort food. Shady Maple's buffet is open every day until 8 p.m., which is plenty of time to get in as many rounds as you need to satisfy those cravings. However, the interesting feature of this buffet is that the menu changes daily, so there's a good chance you won't be plagued with food boredom anytime soon. Everything that can possibly make your mouth water is front and center at Shady Maple's buffet, including Delmonico and New York strip, carved honey ham, and Cajun catfish. Another unique feature at Shady Maple is that their prices differ depending on the time of day that you visit, and they even offer percentage discounts for children and seniors. So bringing grandma and the kids along won't result in you having to worry about breaking the bank. With 200 feet of deliciously authentic Pennsylvania Dutch cooking, America's largest smorgasbord will keep you intrigued, but definitely not hungry.
Probably shouldn't even be talking to you, but a little bit of an Amish outlaw.
Huhot Mongolian Grill.
What y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here? Come on, hook me up.
Some of the most common buffets are Chinese and North American cuisine. But every now and then, you'll see a buffet pop up that offers something a little more exotic. Such is the case with Huhot Mongolian Grill. When the restaurant describes itself as a bold, exciting oasis in a desert of boring restaurant concepts, you'll tend to pique most buffet enthusiasts' curiosity. Okay, so the food isn't all that exotic. In fact, most of the menu items are not that dissimilar from well-known classic Asian cuisine. But that's not why you should plan to dine at Huhot. The Asian buffet's uniqueness lies in the dining experience. Not only will you be choosing your favorite meats, noodles, vegetables, and sauces, but you'll also watch as your unique creation is cooked in front of you on Huhot's grill of epic proportions. The idea of being able to completely customize your all-you-can-eat stir-fry is as fantastic as it is delicious.
The truth is,
Huhot outlets are scattered throughout the U.S., so if you have a hankering for mountains of barbecue beef and endless yakisoba noodles, look for one close to you. And if you frequent the buffet chain often, Huhot offers its customers Huhot Rewards, which, after 100 points, you'll have the option to redeem your points for a free appetizer or dessert. Once you get to the 250, your points automatically convert to a free grill meal, and you can start earning another reward. A buffet that rewards you for indulging? Say no more. Western Sizzlin.
All you can eat.
Before heading out to any buffet, there are some questions that need to be answered. Do you want a lot of options when you go to a buffet? Do you fancy yourself a meat lover? If the answer to these questions is yes, then look no further than Western Sizzlin. With over 100 menu options such as chicken, steak, salad, there's something for just about everybody at Western Sizzlin. With so many food options, Western's prices are very reasonable. For the money that you'll end up spending to access the buffet, you get an amazing bargain. Of course, don't forget to sample one of Western Sizzlin's juicy steaks while you're there. After all, the buffet did start off as a steakhouse. Though the buffet has had a long and sometimes rocky existence, with the franchise changing hands and at one time having to file for bankruptcy, the buffet chain currently is active with more than 40 locations around the country.
Oh, you're not in the mood for steak?
King Buffet.
We were just wondering, where's your breakfast buffet?
When dining out, most people want to dine like royalty, and what better way to treat yourself to a meal fit for a king than by feasting on endless Chinese food? King Buffet is the Los Angeles answer to Californian hunger woes. While Los Angeles, and California in general, may not be the first place that springs to mind when thinking about buffets, King definitely delivers. There's no shortage of Chinese entrees within this large buffet, with plenty of fresh seafood as well as other Chinese dishes. We all know that LA can get rather expensive, but luckily for potential diners, King's Buffet makes sure you don't leave with just lint in your pockets after your meal.
So cool.
If you're a lover of Japanese food, King Buffet also has an abundance of sushi, so no need to worry there. The dining room also has plenty of large tables, so if you're worried about a lack of space, you can leave those worries outside. Located just a few minutes away from Hollywood, diners can make a quick trip to see some of the famous landmarks after finishing their meal. If a king-sized meal in the land of the stars doesn't make you feel like royalty, perhaps a quick selfie in front of the Hollywood sign will seal the deal. Borgata Buffet.
It's a buffet, man.
In many ways, Atlantic City can be considered the Las Vegas of the East Coast. With an equal number of hotels, casinos, and tourist attractions, AC welcomes flocks of out-of-towners heading to the boardwalk on a yearly basis. So you'd imagine that the city would also be home to some of the best restaurants in the country. And you'd be right, of course, as it's commonplace to spot famous restaurants like Guy Fieri's Chop House and Doc's Oyster House while out and about. Las Vegas is also known for its great buffets. So, not wanting to be left in the dust, Atlantic City also happens to be home to some of the best buffets in the country. One of those buffets is Borgata. After you've played a few slots and hopefully walked away a winner, you can make it a point to head into Borgata's dining room and step up to their glorious buffet. As you'd expect, Borgata serves up endless meals for every time of day. The breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus are all filled to the brim with delicious dishes such as assorted pasta selections, comfort foods, fresh seafood, and Asian dishes for you to gorge on. As you eat, you'll be blown away by the elegant white-pillared dining room.
Atlantic City, can you get dressed now?
Super salad.
This is noodle soup, and I've been working with tomato.
Okay, mountains of sliced roast beef, piles of shrimp, and crispy chicken are all standard buffet fare, but occasionally buffets will offer something a bit different. Perhaps a few Indian dishes like samosas or endless soup and salad. Unusual? Absolutely, but that's precisely what awaits diners who venture into Super Salad. Super Salad offers a variety of soups all made from scratch. Fresh salads, such as tossed salads like apple pecan salad or tuna strudel, and fruit, all for an affordable price. Among the many smells that will greet your nose as soon as you walk in is the delicious smell of their freshly baked bread. Super Salad's signature made-from-scratch breads include cornbread, berry blueberry bread, garlic breadsticks, and spice rack gingerbread, to name a few. But make sure to leave room for Super Salad's many delicious desserts. The buffet's menu items change daily and seasonally, so you can try something new each time you stop in. From the fabulous flatbread pizzas to the endless selection of freshly made specialty soups, you simply can't go wrong when stopping in to Super Salad.
We both love soup.
We're serving up great videos 24/7. Just tap or click. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.